displaying the glory of God's creation by visiting every state park, national park, and national forest in the contiguous 48 states. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave the Parker. 10th hole, 312 feet, par 3. This is a very tight hole. Also, there are some branches overhead, and so there's a fairly low ceiling on this hole. I want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave the Parker. We are at the Gum Branch Disc Golf Course. We are at Howard Peeples Park in southeast Georgia. This park is located just a few miles east of Interstate 95 Exit 3 for Kingsland, Georgia. There's the 10th basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the 10th basket. The 11th tee is several hundred feet away from the 10th basket. You have to walk behind the 10th basket and across a concrete bike trail to get to the 11th tee. 11th hole is 441 feet, and it is a par 4. Every hole on this course has two sets of tees, a long tee and a short tee. All of these video clips and all of the distances I'm giving you are from the long tee. Also, most of these holes have two basket positions, and when there's a significant difference, I will tell you which basket position the basket is in for this video clip. You can see the area on the other side of the concrete bike path is much more open and much sunnier, but there is some dense understory in the rough here. So if you throw it off the fairway, even though the fairway is fairly wide, you're going to have a hard time with your next throw or maybe even finding your disc. 12th hole is 588 feet, and it is another par 4. Both of these holes, the 11th hole and the 12th hole, are sharp dogleg lefts if you play from the back tee, but they're more or less straight away if you play from the forward tee. That was the forward tee we just passed right there. Again, these fairways are pretty wide. There are a few small trees in the fairway, but other than that, the fairways are completely clear. I've read that maintenance has been a problem here in the past, but it looked like the area had been recently trimmed back when I came here. You can see here the dense understory that's in the rough. Again, the rough on this course is really rough. The basket here is in the right basket position. It's in a little corner of the mowed grass area up here. This is more difficult than the other basket position, the left basket position. 13th hole is 484 feet. It is another par 4. There are some long holes here on the back 9. Every hole on the front 9 was a par 3, although maybe a couple of them should have been par 4s. There are some longer holes here on the back 9. The basket, when I filmed this walkthrough, was in the left basket position. And so we're going to angle to the left just on up here. The right basket position is actually off to the right. It's around the corner to the right up ahead here. And so this hole plays very differently depending on where the basket is. I shot this video on Saturday, February the 4th, 2023. The temperature here was 62 degrees when I shot this video. It was a very pleasant afternoon in southeast Georgia. 14th hole. It's 408 feet. It is a par 4, and honestly, it's both easier, that is wider and shorter than some of the par 3s on the front 9. Which is kind of weird. Maybe this hole should be a par 3, but I actually kind of like it as a par 4. This hole is a sweeping dogleg to the right. This entire course is completely flat, by the way. It's completely devoid of any elevation changes. That's typical for courses down here in this part of the country. There's the 14th basket. There's the view back to the tee from behind the 14th basket. Hole number 15 is 463 feet. It's another par 4, and it's another sweeping dogleg to the right. You can see the dense understory with all the palmettos on either side of this fairway. It's a decent-sized fairway, but if you miss the fairway, that's going to be a really tough recovery shot. I did enjoy this course. I thought there was a little bit of repetitiveness, especially in this part of the course, with all of the longer holes and all of the dogleg rights. You can see some bikes on a bike trail back behind the basket here. If you like longer courses that also demand a little bit of accuracy, then this would be the type of course for you. There's the 15th basket. The last 3 holes play along the bike path that you see to the left here. The 16th hole is 423 feet. It is a par 3. Points on and to the left of the bike path are out of bounds on both this hole and the next hole, the 17th hole. Also, there are a couple of mandos, that force you to play into this wide open fairway here to the right, away from the bike path. And of course, because of the bike path, I did see several users on this bike path, and so you need to check for bikers and pedestrians before you throw on these last 3 holes. This is really the only point on this course where vehicles or pedestrians could interfere with your round of disc golf. There's the basket here. It's built up on like a concrete pedestal. CDG stands for Camden Disc Golf. 17th hole again starts on the cart path, and once again points on and to the left of the cart path are out of bounds. It is 471 feet. It is a par 3. And the basket here, when I walked about this course, was it was in the right basket position. And so it's just into the woods here that you see off to the right. Clever basket position. I like this basket position. In kind of a tight little corner. There's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. 18th and final hole. Now we're back over to the south side of the concrete bike path here. And we're back over into the area with the tall pine trees. This hole's 424 feet. It is a par 3. Since this is the final hole, I do want to thank you for watching. Parking full-time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and I thank you every day. If you like this sort of thing, please click the thumbs up button. That helps other people find this video, and encourages me to bring more of this sort of thing your way. Nice course here. It's kind of a long course. Fairly open, but there's also some really tough rough out here. Also, mud would be an issue here if it had rained recently, which it hadn't when I walked about here. There's the 18th basket. That's the end of the course. Thank you for watching, take care, and Lord bless.